Hey everyone, Chaps here, and welcome to day 12 of our 2-week New Zealand adventure. As usual, if you missed the previous days or you want some backup information, go check out the playlist that's linked down below. So Tuesday, March 7th, or day 12 as we've been calling it, how did it go? Well, not according to plan. It didn't go too badly though, it was actually a fairly productive day, it just didn't go according to plan. So the day started as the same way most of the previous days had started, and that was with me coughing. I've been leaving this out of most of the videos because it's not really the point of the series, but I've been waking up every 1 or 2 hours in the middle of the night to cough stuff up, and that bronchitis has kind of been killing me. The reason I'm bringing it up in this video is that it's actually the reason that we sort of shifted plans for day 12. See, we were supposed to go and hike Isthmus Peak, which is a fantastic hike. While I could have managed, using inhaler multiple times and coughing stuff up the whole way, it would have been pretty miserable. Not to mention the soreness in my knee from yesterday in that Mount Cook hike, which would have made the downhill part pretty terrible. So, change of plans. Today we're driving straight to Queenstown to see a doctor. There's other days that we can do Isthmus Peak if the weather holds up, which, by the way, today was overcast with a high of 66, so it would have been ideal for the hike. And I guess some trips never go as planned. Some people need medical attention, so I might as well bring this to the forefront here. Being a non-New Zealand citizen, I had some upfront fees at the doctor. New Zealand typically has free healthcare, but I'm not paying taxes there, so I had some fees up front. It was about $200 to see a doctor, which isn't great. It's a little expensive. Well, 200 New Zealand dollars. It's a little expensive, but hey, I gotta do it, right? So it was about a 5-minute wait, followed by about an hour in the back, only 5 or 10 minutes of which I was actually talking to anyone. The doctor was able to give me some steroids and a steroid inhaler to kind of bring my symptoms down. They said they weren't going to do a full diagnostics and everything because that would be extremely expensive, so he basically just gave me stuff to hold me over until I got to the States. I'll say that the situation there, the setup, wasn't nearly as nice as what I'm used to at an urgent care. I basically went to an urgent care type place, so it wasn't nearly as nice as the urgent care type things I'm used to seeing in the States, and I'm guessing a large part of that is due to the fact that it's free for everybody over there. It's sort of like state funded, so yeah, it's not going to be quite as fancy, I guess. With all that out of the way, we headed to our hotel. We were supposed to be at the Alexis Motel and Apartments, but if you remember from day 10, I accidentally booked the wrong hotel. I booked Alexis Motel and Apartments from March 12th through 15th, and that's not the date today. So I had to cancel that reservation, and instead we booked the Ramada in downtown Queenstown, and I'd say that actually worked out really well. We got a pretty nice lakeview suite, and honestly, the location is so much better. Queenstown being such a walkable city, location is key, and the Ramada was in a great spot. It was at the top of the hill, which really sucked because we had to walk uphill to get back to our hotel, but the location was fantastic and we could walk anywhere. After a bit of decompressing and looking things up to do, we headed out. First though, it was time for the overdue task of laundry. We've been waiting to do it for a few days now, but the past couple of rooms didn't have washing units, and then the luggage got lost, so yeah, we're finally doing laundry. From our hotel, it was a short 5-minute walk down to the harbor. There was a nice walking path around the park, so that kept us entertained for a while. There were quite a few people playing disc golf, which is something that I've actually seen to be quite popular in New Zealand. After a walk through the park area and through the harbor, we decided to head out for dinner, and before we get to that, I just want to mention Queenstown in general. It's been a very walkable, very clean, and it has a very nice vibe. It's a fantastic city, and it's probably my favorite stop on the trip so far, and actually it's the last major town we're staying in, so yeah, it's been my favorite town so far. For dinner, we stopped at a place right in the middle of downtown, Fergburger. Whenever I looked up where to eat in New Zealand, this place was always near the top of the list. I'm a sucker for a good burger, so a burger place that keeps getting recommended, yeah, that's going to be top of priority in my mind. We got there around 5 p.m., and Google Maps said it wasn't too busy. I knew seating was limited, but being we were there a tad early, I figured we might get a seat. But wow, at 5, the line was already out the door. The good news is that the line actually moved really quickly. I think it only took us 5, definitely no more than 10 minutes to get up and order. Also, as a pleasant surprise, right after we ordered, a table freed up, so we snagged that. Within 10 minutes, our order was ready. I got the Mr. Big stuff. It was a 3/4 pound burger with cheese, bacon, and barbecue sauce. And something that I didn't actually realize until we left the place was that I got a 3/4 pound burger, and it was very strange to see 3/4 pound because everything else had been in like kilograms. So seeing something in pounds was kind of weird. Caroline got this Fergburger, basically a falafel burger with avocado and a bunch of Mediterranean stuff, and she said it was absolutely amazing. She wants to try making it at home now. We also split some fries and each got a cookies and cream milkshake. And let me just say, yes, it definitely lives up to the hype. The fries were great. The shakes were perfect, better than the shakes we had back in Tarangi. And the burgers were awesome. It's not the best burger I've ever had, but it was still really good. And the prices were very reasonable. Thought the prices may have been a little expensive or maybe just right for American dollars, but being these were New Zealand dollars, which is about a 60 cent to $1 conversion, the prices here were extremely reasonable. Also, the buns. There's the Ferg Bakery right next door, owned by the same place, Fergburger, Ferg Bakery, and they made fresh buns, and you could constantly see them bringing the buns over to Fergburger, and those things made all the difference. They were so good. Now, while Fergburger is the more famous of the two, there is a bit of a rivalry between them and Devil Burger, which according to the locals is said to have little to no wait for the same quality meal. Honestly, being we got a seat and didn't wait that long, Fergburger's looking pretty good, but honestly, I hope Devil Burger makes its way to our stomachs sometime later in the trip. At this point, it's only 4:45 p.m. Yeah, because we had that Fergburger as a pretty early dinner. So the night's still young, but we're not really party people. There's a bunch of stuff we could have done in Queenstown, but we aren't really into that type of stuff, so we're kind of old. We went back to our hotel. We were a little tired, so we just went back. I'm actually typing up this script. Tomorrow we are heading to the Milford Sound. We need to get up pretty early for that, and we have a few things to plan, so getting back to the hotel is nice to pack stuff up and get an early night's sleep. And there you go. 12 days down, 4 to go. Hopefully we can fit Isthmus Peak in on Thursday or Friday. As usual, if you enjoyed this or found it helpful, a like would be super appreciated. If you want to make sure you catch the rest of our trip, go ahead and subscribe and turn on notifications. As usual, with any questions, just drop them down in the comments below and I'll do my best to respond, or you can hit me up on Twitter and I'm usually pretty quick to respond on there. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bonus note here. Just took a look at the shower at night, and this place has one of those heated towel racks as well. I know it's something simple, but man, it's such a nice surprise. Alright, see ya.